Howdy folks, no other option than to record in night time because I was busy. I've seen it all with my own eyes, and I suppose the average person who's quite spiritual has only spiritual knowledge of a certain level, so I'm much more than that. So what happened is that some people who are deep occultists, they think that they can just ruin your life just like that, just for the sake of it. And they belong to covens, you know what I mean? And this is what they do. So what we see here is only 7%. In the physical realm, it's 93%. So things always manifest in the spiritual realm before it manifests in the physical realm. So, people, when they go mad or whatever, you can be a reassured or alcoholic that somebody's done something behind the scenes. So I come across something, one should never take gifts, especially from people you don't know, probably even all your family members if you're not certain of. So I was given a gift by somebody I don't know very well, but I liked them. But then what happens is an entity can hit a person at any time, or they might just have sheep's clothing on when in fact they're actually a wolf. So basically I did all my ritual to protect myself, but still I felt something. So in the end I had to do more rituals and I actually threw the thing away. But to me it was an expensive present for somebody you don't know. Like, I don't know her. I wouldn't go on holiday and then give a gift like what she gave me. So that should have sounded alarm bells straight away. And the funny thing was, as soon as she did that, I think the following week she kind of like lost her job, and I don't know how long she was working in that location. So I think Source was saying, fuck you, you bitch, do not mess with my anointed. So yeah, how these people can just ruin people's life, to people being quite comfortable, to them having nothing and lost everything. So what they've done is wealth transfer in the spiritual realm. So they've gone past the spiritual laws and kind of, bypassed it in their conniving way, and then they have attained the wealth of somebody who's worked really hard for it. And they've done nothing. All they've done is they're conjuring, and they've just siphoned off that person's wealth. So be very mindful. Don't accept food from people. I don't like to eat from people at all whatsoever. If somebody offers me food, I don't want to eat it. Or if I do eat it, you can be rest assured I'm going to be doing my rituals. I'm not just going to stuff it in my mouth. You know what I mean? And I don't want people's gifts either. So yeah, it's a funny world we live in. But these stupid, pathetic people don't know every single thing. God, if you believe in God, whatever source is watching you. So, I once knew somebody and I said to them, do you like your children? I even think the person who had the children, he magicked them as well, because they were immaculate, because that little dry ass son of a fucking bitch couldn't have made those things. So this is how deep he was occultic to make, perfect children. And I said to him one time, do you like or love your children? And I said it, you know what I mean? Said it because they don't realize I am who I am. So if you come for me, I am so protected. And the protection I have is warrior. I have a light and I have dark entities protecting me. So it's at your own peril if you come fuck with me. I know people who have done shit to me, and because it's not work, you see them and they shut themselves. They're as frightened as fuck because they realise she's got some power. And as I said, I don't even have to lift a pinky because I'm not into all that shit, but I'll protect myself. I don't even have to protect myself because I'm already protected. So I just thought I would just tell you people to be very, very on guard. Don't eat from people. If you get invited somewhere, it's like, even I had relatives inviting me to a barbecue, this, that or the other, and then when I put two and two together, this relative is now sick. I don't even know if they're still alive. You know what I mean? When I put two and two together, they did X, Y, Z. But the darkest people always come with the biggest smiles. So don't trust anybody. And then another thing, what I wanted to say is everything that you're taught is siphoned off. And what I mean is the Europeans steal from us melanated people. So I was always led to believe there were 71 archangels when that's not the case. There are 24 elders and stuff. And there is existence of Archangel Michael, but he's called different names in different cultures and stuff like that. So yeah, every single thing that we're taught, I don't even know why we bother going to school and to be taught anything, because it's a load of shit, and then we have to relearn what is the original thing. You know what I mean? Like they make Africa, okay, it's a big continent, but they make it much more smaller than it actually is, because if you was to actually compare it to the size of England, it's saying jack shit. But because you're the colonizer, you want to be claim to be more powerful and important, so you don't want to be known to be this little titsy wincy, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's why I'm saying your brain is a machine gun, and they fear the day that we awaken. They fear it because they know once we've awoken, they can't control us. And if they can't control us, how are they going to get the energy to siphon off of us to exist, to create their reality and stuff? So you have to be very, very mindful of everything. In this period, I've talked to some of my friends, everybody just wants to be by themselves. And I guess it's for your ascension as well. And then these demonic pieces of shit will come out and try and prevent you, try and bind with you. Like if you've got somebody you've had contact with and they're in your head, that's not a good thing. That means they binded themselves spiritually to you, so you have to cut those ties. People are sick. People are sick, evil and twisted. This is why you have to keep to your own tribe. Yesterday I found out something, but that person gave themselves away. I knew who they were anyway. So when some person was telling me X, Y, Z, it's like, okay, I know anyway. So it's all good, And then what I will say as well, be very careful. There's spiritual STI. So when you go around thinking that you're going to have sex with this person, you don't know what entities of that person you're taking on that can latch themselves onto you. So it's not a good idea at all whatsoever. It's better you be celibate, and then, the universe will see who you are and then will anoint your soulmate and stuff. But don't just go around, you know what I mean? Because like even people so-called, they're spiritual, they will talk in a certain manner sexually. I'm sorry. If you are spiritual, you shouldn't be talking in a sexual manner towards a woman, because a woman's downstairs has a portal. You know what I mean? So you have to respect that. So then you can go after your three-dimensional women who will appreciate you talking to them that way. You know what I mean? Back off, you're not on my level. I like people revealing themselves, because I am really, really fussy when it comes to people. Incredibly fussy. I know somebody and their daughter is watching me, and the mother was saying to the daughter, she's very incredibly strict. I don't have time for, I should say, rubbish people. Keep your low vibrational self to yourself, and I'll keep my high vibrational self to myself. You know what I mean? We've worked too hard. We've worked too hard to get to the stage where we are now, so we don't need people. You know what I mean? Like when you watch them crates, and they've got those great big bands holding the crates into place and stuff like that. So these are low vibrational people trying to hold you down. No. You know what I mean? So when you see somebody come with even those bands, you know what I mean? They could be from another continent. They ain't coming near you. You're ready. Sometimes I even like, when I see somebody, and not to say they're a bad person, but I just don't like the energy. I will even project that I don't want that person near me. because I don't want whatever entities they have in me they have in them rather, to come and put it close to me, because entities can jump from one person to the next. So not that people are bad, because they can have entities and still be very good people, but I just don't like it. Anybody who has no energy just freaks me out. So anyway, time is ticking and we won't get too cold. The cold in my joints. Make sure you keep nice and warm and take care of yourself. As I say, it's all about self-love, and we'll get there. Love and light, people.